Have you ever wondered how ancient prophecies might affect our world today? Picture this. An age-old prophecy from the Bible speaks of the Euphrates River drying up. Now imagine the implications of this prophecy unfolding in our time. The Euphrates, one of the greatest rivers of the world, drying up could set off a chain of events as foretold in biblical texts. The kings of the East, it is said, would follow the dried-up riverbed, potentially igniting the flames of a global conflict, a third world war. But it doesn't stop there. This prophecy also suggests that these events could signal the end times, the last era before the coming of Christ. The idea is as intriguing as it is ominous, a testament to the profound impact ancient prophecies can have on our understanding of the world. But before we jump to conclusions, it's crucial to examine the reality of the situation. Now let's dive deeper into the current situation of the Euphrates River. The Euphrates River, once a mighty flowing body of water, faces severe challenges today. This ancient river, cradled in the heartland of civilization, is now grappling with the harsh realities of the modern world. Both human activities and climate change are wearing away at its once robust flow, transforming it into a mere shadow of its former self. Let's delve deeper. Human activity, particularly the construction of dams upstream in Turkey, is one of the primary culprits. The Iraqi government points fingers at Turkey, accusing it of withholding water, while Turkey retorts that Iraq should use water more efficiently. This has turned what was once a natural resource into a bone of contention between nations, a tug-of-war with the river's life hanging in the balance. But the river's plight is not just about what humans are doing to it. Climate change is also playing a significant role. Falling rainfall is causing the river's flow to dwindle, while rising temperatures are leading to increased evaporation. Droughts are becoming more frequent and intense, sapping the river of its vitality. The World Bank has issued a stark warning. By the middle of the century, they predict a temperature increase and precipitation decrease could lead to a 20% reduction in available fresh water in Iraq. This isn't just a problem for the Euphrates, but for the entire region, which relies heavily on this river for agriculture, drinking water, and industry. The drying up of the Euphrates River is not just an environmental issue, but also a potential trigger for geopolitical conflicts. As water becomes scarcer, it's likely that tensions will rise between nations vying for control over this precious resource. This could lead to conflicts that extend far beyond the river's banks, impacting people and ecosystems across the region and beyond. The drying up of the Euphrates River isn't just a cause for environmental concern, but also a prophecy foretold in the Bible. This ancient text speaks of a time when the Euphrates River will dry up, clearing the way for the kings of the East. As the prophecy goes, these kings would march their armies across the barren riverbed, potentially sparking a conflict that could escalate into the Third World War. Now let's pause for a moment and consider the implications of this prophecy. The kings of the East may refer to powerful nations in the Eastern Hemisphere. If they were to exploit the drying up of the Euphrates River and start a war, we could be looking at a global conflict that would disrupt the balance of power and potentially the very fabric of our civilization. And what about Israel? The Bible often places Israel at the center of end times prophecies. If the Euphrates dries up and war breaks out, it could lead to significant challenges for Israel. The nation could find itself in the crosshairs of a major conflict, with far-reaching implications for its people and its future. Moreover, these events could set the stage for what many believe to be the ultimate prophecy, the return of Christ. According to Christian eschatology, the onset of a global war and the challenges faced by Israel could herald the second coming of Jesus Christ, a time of judgment and the establishment of a new heaven and a new earth. However, it's important to remember that prophecies are not set in stone. They are subject to interpretation, and their fulfillment can unfold in ways we may not expect. While the drying up of the Euphrates River is indeed worrying, it's uncertain how or when the rest of the prophecy might play out. The prophecy of the Euphrates River drying up is a stark reminder of how ancient texts can still resonate in our world today. Let's recap the key points we've discussed. The prophecy tells of the Euphrates River drying up, paving the way for the kings of the East. Today we see that the river is indeed facing severe challenges due to human activity, climate change, and geopolitical disputes. If this prophecy holds true, it could spark a major conflict in the region, potentially heralding the end of Israel and the onset of a Third World War. These events are also interpreted as signs of the second coming of Christ. Remember, prophecies are not set in stone, but they can offer us a unique perspective on our world and its possible future.